Hey Libras, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be doing your second half of general reading here. Let's talk about the beautiful and lovely and oh so vibey meditation that I just had for y'all. So I'm going to reference a movie. You know the movie Divergent or the Divergent series? It doesn't really matter if you do or don't, but there were these different, I want to say houses, but it were different groups that people were classified and put into. And I saw one of these particular groups, and I cannot remember what they were called. I'm not ultra familiar, but it was the group that had an emphasis on kindness, and they lived off the land. Because I saw the word Libra, and then I saw all of these, like someone weaving together daisy chains and weaving together baskets. But yeah, that's what it is, like a braid. And they were made of these, stems of flowers, and they were weaving it together to make, this, the word Libra. And I saw this community, oh God, it felt so good. This deep communal feeling of, happiness and togetherness and being outside in nature together with those you love, like-minded people, like-minded souls. And then I saw a porcupine. Fascinating. I saw a porcupine. And then I saw all the quills lay flat, like flush to the body. And then I saw you as the Libra collective turn around and go, I'm really happy. And it was very sunny. Just so beautiful. I'm like, yes, Libra. It feels, I feel like that's indicative of it's, felt a bit heavy, felt a bit, I'm hearing the word healing from some, traumatic energies, traumatic changes, traumatic energies or feelings of others that you have been exposed to and maybe taken on as your own. You know that I associate you guys with the butterfly. And so it really felt like the load had been heavy, which was keeping you from flying at full capacity. And now it's light. And that's it. Oh God, this makes all sense in the world. And it felt really, really good. So this is making all the sense in the world with the sea serpent. So first of all, this circle represents that of spirit, which means that you are in a very significant place at the moment for the second half. I love the sea serpent because this speaks of emotional healing, right? But there's also an inherent energy within this of the tower, but this is a safe tower. This is what makes it different from the panther animal energy, is that this is a safe haven and place where I feel like you're going to be processing. You see, I'm getting drawn to like a safe circle, a safe container of friends or trusted loved ones. It's like a therapy type feeling of, it could be traditional therapy, but it's almost like this therapeutic feeling of talking it out with your friends, talking it out with family. I feel like you're coming together with like-minded people and people that mean a lot to you, and just it's a collective processing. That's what it is. A collective and communal processing. And it just feels like 1,000 pounds have been lifted from you by doing this. And you're finding such helpful, it's such a help to you and to them too. Jormungandr is the name of this world serpent from Norse mythology, Jormungandr. And, this is the serpent that wraps itself around the entirety of the sea. And why I feel like this is important is the sea aspect, salt water, right? Salt water is used to clear you of any energy that is not of a high vibration, right? It's an emotional detoxification. I almost said shakes. Get you some Shake Shack. Snakes shed their skin. And when they do that, they're at their most vulnerable. Their eyes cloud over, and it's when they're most vulnerable to predators. But it's a necessary part of their evolution so that they can shed that skin and emerge anew and enter into a new cycle. And this does feel like you are processing, right? You know what? I almost said you're processing one chapter before moving into another, but it feels a lot bigger than a chapter. It feels like you are closing a book. Ooh, I just got shivers. 2 snaps. I feel like you're closing a book. And your hand this is what it feels like. It feels like you're closing a book and your hand is being placed on that book and just saying, thank you for getting me here. I'm processing you, and I am sending you off with love to this time in life as things, as I enter into this new cycle, to these relationships, to this old version of me that it doesn't exist anymore because I've changed. Whatever this is for you, whether you're moving, whether you're entering into new relationships, whether you're releasing old ones, whether you're making changes in whatever way, that's what this is. It feels really good. And I like that it's a communal feeling too. It feels really nice. I mean, there's nothing like a collective processing. I mean, there's been a lot of time to process on one's own in a way, and so it's really nice to feel that, you know, the kind of processing that happens together. Guys, that's exactly what I was saying. Look at the tower on the bottom. Remember when I said this was like a gentle, safe, container processing a tower-like energy? We have tower on the bottom here. Ten of Swords. This is the complete, full ending of a cycle before a new one begins. This is exactly what I was saying with closing the book and holding your hand over it. And it's like you're taking, this feels really healthy too. And see how the circle completes itself with the snake biting its tail? This feels really good because it's that aspect of, here's what I love about it, Libra. It feels like you are giving due reverence. You're not rushing ahead and going, okay, that's done, on to the next. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it honestly feels like you are taking a moment or a series of moments or some time just to hold your hand there and go, okay, what did I learn? What did I feel? What came up for me? What do I want going forward? Thank you. It's like Marie Kondo. If you're familiar with Marie Kondo, she's the cleaning lady expert to the gods. I mean, she's like, you know, her own, you know, goddess self energy there. But it's interesting because she says that whenever you are cleaning out your house of clothing that you no longer need, you're only meant to keep things that spark joy, right? And then as you release items that don't spark joy, you touch it and you say thank you. That's what you're doing. You're touching this book that is closing for you and saying thank you. And Libra, that is just above and beyond. Oh my God, look at what came out in reverse. So in the upright, Three of Swords, this is heart pain, mental tension. This also speaks of extremes because the number 3 is, you know, feeling extremely like everything's going to be okay one day and then really like everything's not okay the next day, right? And I like that it's coming up in this way because Sea Serpent is also about emotional balance, right? So the fact that this is coming up in reverse for you, I do feel like you are in the process of healing and actually processing, okay? Processing happens before the recalibration. Okay, but I like that you're taking your time with this. Do you know why? And do you know what that means? When you take your time with something and you acknowledge it, and you take your time around it without bounding or rebounding onto the next, it means that you're not going to have to deal with it again. And I don't mean that to say like, you know, it's something to deal with, but it's true. Like when we don't take the time to release something or process it, then it can come back and inform us subconsciously in later decisions because we haven't healed fear, we haven't healed the loss, we haven't healed that experience. You are doing something very right here, and I love it for you. 9 of Pentacles. This is no surprise. Do you remember when I said that it was sunny in your meditation? Did I not say that I associate you with butterflies? Work it out. So this is beautiful earth energy, right? And I love this. You're coming out of the swords, right? Look how this is storyboarding, Libra. You guys are in a beautiful place. Really like to see it. Okay. Do you see? Complete ending, full stop. Healing that comes as a result of that into feeling so empowered and grounded and in the sun. The wolf is this beautiful energy of following your instinct and feeling poised and feeling certain. I'm also drawn to the fact that wolves, you know, outside of the, you know, archetype of the lone wolf, right? Wolves are known to put the best interest of the pack at the first and foremost of everything. It's all about what's best for the pack. Remember what I said? It felt very communal, and I saw you outside and, you know, in that context of kindness, and you could be literally growing your own food or planting or gardening or being around trees or whatever have you. But if not, it's that beautiful, oh, remember when I saw those daisy chains of flowers? Beautiful. It really is this beautiful energy of I'm feeling good where I am. And I just feel like you did everything in the emotional, you did everything from an emotionally responsible standpoint. Ooh, yeah, emotionally responsible. That's you, and I rather like it. You know, I'm also getting drawn to the fact here too, these lotus flowers, these beautiful lotus flowers, they can only grow and thrive and come up from the dirt and the muck and the excrement. Remember what I said about when the serpent itself, when the snake sheds its skin, its eyes get cloudy and it can't see well? It's like you're coming up from these conditions of the muck and the dirt and the confusion and the not seeing well to like, yeah, like the sun, the illumination, right? You have 2 contrasts here. And I really love it. I see you in this energy where you're greeting the day in a whole new way. And it's really, really beautiful. And again, you guys are very clear. I heard, you know, I'm really happy in of sorts. Look it out, Libra. So 9 of Wands, to clarify, the 10 of Swords. So, this is speaking really beautiful. And I like that it's the 9 and the 10, right? Successive here. So the nine of Wands, hi, with the bandage around the head and the bear over here and the wounded warrior and this is perseverance through challenging times, right? And the Wands rule the realm of the soul, right? And the Swords rule the realm of the mind. It feels like your soul and your mind have really been taken through their paces, is how I will word this. And that's the energy coming into now. And I think that it's really beautiful. I want to say to you, well done, that it's not just about how you respond and not react, but respond to stimuli at any given moment. But it's what you do after that stimuli has passed and transformed. I just saw it on the top. 3 of Swords in reverse. Okay, really? 10 of Swords. We're just getting the same things here, but I like it. It feels really nice. Here's why. Again, I already said that the 10 of Swords is the complete ending of something, right? It's the ending of this heart pain. It's the ending of the mental tension. I'm feeling anxiety. Ooh, I'm feeling anxiety. Yeah, that has passed, but I'm hearing the word reverb. Reverb. Okay. Listen, they're going to be echoes because whenever there has been strong stimuli one way or another, and then an energy ends or passes or transforms, right? When you go from one extreme to another, there's still going to be echoes of that former energy. And as an example, let's say that you suffer, a loss, right? You lose someone close to you, okay? And you mourn, you go through the process, a year goes by, you've achieved a place of healing, you're back on your feet around it, and then you're in a grocery store and you hear that person's favorite song. And it's a reverb echo of like, oh, heart, you feel your heart cinch up and you need to cry. Like it's reverb echoes of that. And I do feel a certain sense of that. I don't feel like it's elongated, but I do feel like, allowing yourself to continue to be aware that it's not an indication that the reverb itself, the echo itself is not an indication that more of the same is to come. It's just a reverb echo, and it's just the process of healing it, okay? And it has to do with these massive changes. And I do feel a lot of massive change here for you, okay, that has occurred. This could have been a death of self, a death of the way that your life used to be within a given set of patterns or belief systems or ritual or routine, right? But this is definitely, it feels like almost like and that's interesting because it feels like the 9 of Wands wounded warrior mixed with the Fool, which is the start of a brand new chapter, right? But this 9 of Pentacles, it feels like you're older and wiser, but you're still light of heart. And it really feels like you are an upgraded version of yourself in a way. More grounded, I want to say, especially because it's earth energy coming up here in third position. Okay, in the third position, I just got shivers. 3 of Wands. This is one of my absolute favorite keys. The reason why is because it's so auspicious. This speaks of new relationships, new romance, or the deepening of current relationships. This also speaks of traveling. Yes, traveling, heading out happily along the road. You see all these padded wagons. Always reminds me of Oregon Trail, that really old, I'm dating myself, but it was a really old beta video game back in the Dizzy. But 3 of Wands, this is so beautiful. And I'm noticing how you got 3 of Wands in reverse. And we were talking about extremities, right? And then you get 3 of Wands in the upright, which feels like, again, you're grounded, your soul is in alignment, you're manifesting within the 3D physical material sphere, and you just feel like you're in a beautiful place. And it's really coming into this place of the sun. And it's really beautiful. And they're drawing attention. There's something here about a mind, body, spirit balance and connection that might have been previously unknown to you, or perhaps an upgrade around that. Okay. Some of you guys are empaths, which means that you feel other people's feelings as your own, and or you're clear sentient, which means that you're a clear feeler. How that can manifest is your tummy always knows how something's going to go. Your tummy always knows the answer to something. It's that kind of like gut feeling realness. When there's an extreme energy of any kind, it is extra important to stay grounded and remain grounded and insist on being grounded. I feel like that's part of why they showed me you guys in the outdoor, talking it out, being in the sun, having your bare feet on the ground if you can, and really drawing up that energy from Mother Gaia Earth. It's like out in the, where is that? the hilly plains, or not the plains, but the Shire. But this just feels extra important, okay? And again, it's really being discerning about the fact that, like, yes, I'm healing. I am in a place of acceptance and recalibration that comes after the processing, right? This is really beautiful, Libra. It really, really is. And look at your butterfly self here at the end. That just really says it all. And if you look at it, the collective has been in this sort of cocoon, and then you're coming out, you know, well, technically for butterfly, it's a chrysalis, but then you're coming out, you're fully, you know, just light as a feather, light as air. It's just beautiful. It really is. Oh God, I'm so obsessed. Okay. Discernment. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. So see how this is a compass here? I love this. So I really love this for you guys, okay? With this beautiful air energy up top. Remember when I said that it feels like you're an upgraded version of yourself, or you have achieved a mind, body, soul, mind, body, spirit, 3 balance that has been previously unknown to you. And then we have 3 ladies right here. It really feels like you're operating on all cylinders, and this discernment that you have achieved and acquired has been a result, again with these crows up here, as a result of a catalyst of change in whatever way this is. So for some of you, this was an internal transformation where you're looking and seeing things differently. You're feeling grateful in a way that you never were before, or it's been external, right? With a change in your given circumstances from an external point of view that resulted in an internal response and transformation, right? It's going to be different for everybody. But at the end of the day, you're coming out of this with a high discernment, and it's allowing you the confidence with which to go forward and really pursue and manifest a more high vibrational existence, right? Remember when I said to you about the reverbs and the echoes? And then we have hear, see, and speak no evil. Remember when I said to stay in your discernment and stay grounded and realize that as these things, these feelings, you know, especially with these solar eclipses coming up, we do have the, you know, the summer equinox and the solar eclipse in the sign of Cancer on June 21st, especially around, and then again on July 5th is another solar eclipse, I believe, with the retrograde energies. There's going to be a lot of energy that is coming up that is for the highest and best good, okay? Around that, stay in your discernment, right? About identifying what that is and being very clear around what that is so that you can have that beautiful air sign perspective and remain grounded and focused on what's before you, okay? Because you guys, I can feel the sensitivity here. I can feel it, okay? But you guys are I saw you in this beautiful, happy place. I saw you under the sun as the butterflies that you are. It's right here, 3 of Wands, forging ahead to your soul's purpose and desire, harmonious relationships, feeling really happy, and doing everything that is in your highest and best good in terms of closing the one book and venturing off into the new one. It just feels really, really, really good. And you know, it's not lost on me as well that the number 3 also in the deck, they're drawing attention to 3 of Cups, which is about soul reunions and getting together for good times. And I'm hearing to use your words, use your voice. You phone a friend, talk about a lot of these things that come up for you and just go, hey, can I have a check-in? I woke up feeling a certain way. Hey, can I have a check-in? I'm feeling this way, right? And not judging your experience around that and kind of clocking it for what it is. Because I'm definitely clicking into some very deep feelers or people who are sensitive to energies, okay? And guess what? The sea serpent's also about change and your emotional healing and response to it, like I said. But change, and just because I'm getting drawn back to the butterfly, change in itself, it doesn't matter if it is the happiest and best and most desired change ever, right? Have you ever like seen that trope or examples of famous people? Like they're an artist and then they start manifesting big fame and success and they self-sabotage. There's a reason for that. Well, that's based in self-worthiness, and maybe that, you know, applies to someone, but I'm really getting this feeling of change. It doesn't matter if it's happy or not happy or whatever have you. Change in itself, right, can elicit feelings of discomfort and fear, right? Back to the snake and change, right? It doesn't matter the nature of it. There's this whole, you know, mistaken belief of like, oh, well, this is a happy change. Why aren't you just over the moon? And it's like, well, I am over the moon, but accompanying this is this feeling of like, resistance or fear, like not wanting to get my hopes up, or like, oh, but it's still change. That's human. That's human. So allow yourself compassion around that. Keep your discernment on, lock and key for yourself. Keep it. You have a responsibility around that too, where you can stay grounded, more time spent outdoors, right? Less time in your headspace I'm getting as well. You know what I mean? You don't have a single cup here. We have the sea serpent here, but I'm really hearing that it's to stay grounded and stay in your soul purpose and what ignites passion and purpose within you. Looking ahead and going, what do I want? Right? Because what comes after the 9 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, which is you being set up for life, right? Libra, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. And I'm really happy for you. This was your second half of general reading. I so hope that this helped and resonated. If so, please let me know in the comments below. I would just absolutely love that. I'm sending you guys, fellow air signs and arms, so much love and light. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.